Hey guys, if you don't know my current rank, I'm going to show you right now. And can you see this? Nope. I'm going to minimize. Put it right there. I'm actually #1 on the UU ladder, which is very exciting. And I'm going to show you the two battles I had to get there. They're both against Hurricane Hacks, because when you're really high up on the ladder, you only get to battle the next highest person searching for a game, and Hurricane Hacks was that guy both times. So I'm going to show you right now, and I hope you enjoyed. So this first battle, I lead off with my Entei because I figured he'd lead off with Focus-Azelf, and it turns out he's using a Houndoom, which is kind of annoying. I switch out here to my Arcanine. He did not expect that. And I'm just going to go for the E-Speed as he goes for the Psychic and does a lot of damage because this Azelf is Life Orb. Now I'm going to go for the E-Speed again, and look at this. Massive's damaged. And now he finally goes to Doublade, which is probably a smarter move. Now I switch to Entei as he goes to Azelf, and I'm just going to go for the E-Speed again, making the safe plays because I can do that, I guess. And now I'm going to go to my Weed because Weed can take on this thing. I'm going to Sleep Powder and put this thing to sleep. That sucks for him. And now I'm going to proceed to go for the knockoff. As I knock off this Draco Plate, which is kind of good for me. I go to Empoleon, he predicts that and goes to Salamence. And I don't want to stay in, and my Tangrowth can take on Salamence. So right here I go out to Tangrowth, and now I'm scouting for the Fire Blast since it is Life Orb. And I don't want to take a Fire Blast, so I'm going to go out to my dogs, and he takes the Outrage, and then I know that he is indeed probably fully physical, because he didn't go for that Fire Blast right there. Now I'm just going to keep going for E-Speed on this Dragalge, and I'm going to go into my Swampert and go for the Earthquake, but I actually go for the Ice Punch just in case the Azelf wanted to come in. Now the Azelf comes in, and this makes me fear the Energy Ball, so I'm going to go out to Fish right here as he explodes, and that does a lot of damage. That set is pretty good. And he goes out to Houndoom, and I'm just gonna Scald because it's super effective and he can't kill me in one hit, but now he can. He's gonna go for the Fire Blast. That's okay because I have Arcanine with the E-Speed. This is really predictable, but I'm still gonna go for it, I believe. Yep. And now I'm just gonna switch out. No, I predict him to switch. And he goes out to Slurpuff, which is great. Now he goes for Drain Punch. I don't want him. He wasn't going to go for the Belly Jump. That would have been stupid. Now I'm going to go for the Leaf Storm to take this thing out, predicting a Belly Jump or something. And I do. And now he goes out to Houndoom, and I want to save this thing for the Doublade possibly. So I'm just going to sacrifice Fishes. Fishes doesn't do too well against his team. After I sacrifice Fishes, I'm just going to go into my Swampert, and if barring he gets a flinch, then I should be able to win the game with Earthquake. He had to get 2 flinches there. And, yeah, I win that game, which is great because I made 1700s, as you can see. And now, the second game with Hurricane Hacks. He knows my, some of my movesets, and he knows I have 2 banded dogs now, so he's kind of in the advantage. I go to Swampert because it has Damp, and I can, like, live the explosion, but it just nullifies the explosion. It doesn't kill him in the process, which is awful. Because I thought for sure he'd, like, whatever. This was a good play right here. I go for the Defog, and then predicting him to try to set up rocks again. I go for the Defog, and then I predicted him to attack this turn, but it didn't register for me to set up rocks. So I just went for the Scald. And I have an almost dead Fish. Now he's going to bring in Houndoom, and I'm just going to stay in because there's no reason to switch out at this point, other than yeah, there's pretty much no reason. I'm going to bring in Arcanine and go for the Flare Blitz, which is unexpected, and he goes into Dragalge as a middle ground. Now it goes out to Salamence as I go for the Flare Blitz once again, and that's going to do some damage. I'm going to go out to Tangrowth now because he's made to take on Salamences, and that does quite a bit, but I'm still fine because of my massive bulk. And I kill this thing, and I can always switch out and get more health to take on the Doublade, so this is great. I was fearing Pursuit for a second, but he didn't have it. Now I'm going to sack Fishes. Once again, he's not very effective against this team, so I don't really need him. I'm going to go out to something with E-Speed now. he scouts what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go for the E-Speed. He thinks I'm going to switch out, and I'm not, so I'm just going to go for the E-Speed again. Now I know he's going to switch out to Doublade, so I pull a switch as well into my Tangrowth, which was risky, but I mean, it was obvious. Now I'm going to go for the Sleep Powder. He knows that. He's using this as a sleep fodder so he can set up with Doublade against my Tangrowth, which is really smart. I predict this Houndoom right here. I'm going to go for the E-Speed because it's probably my best play. I'm going to go for it again, and I'm not going to pull a double. Now I'm going to go out to my Tangrowth because he goes in, takes this thing on fairly well. No! Gosh, I'm a god. I predicted something else to come in, which was awesome. Now I'm going to go out to Tangrowth. There's no way you're going to predict. And now I'm going to go for the knockoff, making his Eviolite come off, which is great. It means my Leaf Storm does damage. And I don't know at +6 what this thing does, but I get a critical hit right here. I'm not sure if that mattered. I'm going to calc it right after this, and I'll put it in the description if it mattered. But it means I can kill him with Leaf Storm this turn. And that's the second time I may have won by hacks. And I get excited, and I'm 17-13, number 1 on the ladder. Second place is LaPraz with 1708, and it's, I don't know, I'm not going to ladder until I get kicked out of number 1, but it's pretty cool right now. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter at DaSpoofy Gaming. Leave a like for number 1, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out.